This
Okay.
conference will now be recorded.
All right, so I'd like to welcome you guys to the OneNote Publisher, brought to you by Technology Solutions Consultants. I'll be your presenter today. My name is Victor Podolsky. I'm the Vice President of Solutions for TSC. Today, what we're going to talk about is I'll give a brief overview of who TSC is so that you know who's bringing you this new product, and then we're going to talk about how we use Microsoft OneNote and how this new product can help us publish our notes into other systems, whether it's for storage, search, or possibly even processing. And then we're going to take a quick look at the product itself. As you have questions, you can feel free to post those to the chat window, or if you'd like, you can email them to info@tsc-ecm.com and we'll respond to you promptly. So Technology Solution Consultants, we were founded in 2011 as a resource for ECM and document management. The team here has a combined over 100 years of experience with extensive experience in document management, capture, data extraction, workflow, records management, as well as any other facets of the enterprise content management industry and data capture. We're ECM consulting partners. We do a lot of ECM planning to mirror business goals and objectives to help organizations better leverage technology for their business. And we also offer training services where we can train administrators, end users, or even support personnel so that they're better prepared for their day-to-day work in the technologies that they use. We're a full solution support and services. We do from pre-sales to design to implementation at go live. And so no matter which part of the business or which part of the stage of the project you're in, we can offer services to help guide you through those steps. And so we have extensive experience in diagnostics or solution experience. We have various products that we've had quite a bit of experience with. And then our implementation and training team is always ready to help. For Microsoft OneNote, and what we're going to focus on today, we're talking about the product that's used for the creation of electronic notes. This has become a very valuable business tool as many organizations are using it for different purposes, whether it's even just an individual using it or they're using it in a more structured fashion for their business. There are various apps that exist for the desktop as well as for mobile devices, and so you can use this whether it's on your desktop PC or if you have an iPad or an Android tablet or phone, you can still browse through your notes and even create new notes from those devices. The best part of this product is it's applicable in every industry. It's not an industry-specific application at all. It can be used for just about anything, and a lot of times people can get creative with how they're going to use OneNote to store the information that they have. And so for those industries, project management is a big place that OneNote can help us organize our notes and our thoughts and really be able to capture the information about the process. And so this could be our IT implementations, research and product development, or even construction and engineering. And so you can see here a couple of sample OneNote documents. You can see that within these, we can actually embed diagrams as well as tables and other objects so that the notes are much more structured and provide the exact information that we want to capture so that later on we can refer to our notes or we can share these with others so that they can be caught up on the workings of whatever project that is. In government, we can use OneNote for agenda minutes, ordinances, resolutions. We can use it in case management, whether it's for legal cases and e-discovery or social services, child welfare and family court, as well as for planning and journaling. And again, you can see we can have an entire case notebook where we're capturing all the different notes and all the different things about that case while the case is going on. One of the nice features of OneNote that you can't really see here from just these screenshots is we can embed documents within each of the notes, so that if we have a corresponding Word document or an Excel or anything, we can put those documents right into the notes, so that as we're taking notes, we can refer to that supplementary document. In business, this is a broad topic. We can use OneNote in a variety of ways here. We can use it in human resources for capturing information about interviews or onboarding. We can use it in the review process or staffing. For reporting, we can use it to capture financial reports or status reports. And then in contract management, to manage amendments and tracking notes and things like that on our different contracts. And so here we can see we could have different tables within there to capture if it's employees' vacation, or if we have a checklist that we need to capture for onboarding. OneNote is a great way to have that note in there, and then we can share that notebook with new employees as they come aboard, so that now that they've got all the information right there and then. In reporting, we can capture different types of reports. And so sometimes those reports may be right in the OneNote document itself. Other times we may be taking notes and putting in an Excel document so that we capture that as well. And so in each case, it depends on how we want that report to look and what we need to take notes on. But OneNote can really capture that information. Other industries as well. I'm just giving you a few examples. I could go on for days about all the different industries and all the different ways you could use OneNote. There's really no limit to where OneNote can be used, but I'm not trying to sell you on OneNote. What I want to show you is how we can take your OneNote notes and then publish those somewhere else. And so before I get to that, another example would be the education process. Maybe I'm building a curriculum or a class. I can take notes on that and store those within OneNote. And once I've got all my information, now's when I want to come to the OneNote Publisher so that I can publish the notes and any of those corresponding documents. And so our OneNote Publisher publishes the notes from OneNote to any other system. We're going to be able to take the notes, the documents, and some of the information, auto-index that, and provide it for another system for that search, storage, and any kind of retrieval or business process that we need to. We can publish the attached files as well. So an important piece here is we can actually extract the individual documents from the notes and be able to make sure we're capturing those as well. So why the OneNote Publisher? A major reason is records management. Sometimes these notes actually become part of the business process, and they need to be captured in the same system that is running that business process. And so through the OneNote Publisher, we're not having to scan to print and scan those notes. We can just take those notes directly from OneNote and put them into that other application through a seamless integration. And so to see a quick demo of the product, I am going to come to first what is our login screen here. And so you can see this login screen, it should look very familiar if you're familiar with any of Microsoft's online products, as this is the same login screen you're going to get if you try to log into like Outlook Online or Office 365. And so it's a very familiar box. I can just select my user, or if my user's not here, I could select open a new one. Once I select my user, it brings up our main interface here, and it starts loading each of the notebooks that I have rights to and all of the notes within each of those sections. And so if I want to show the actual OneNote notebook here, you can see this is my test notebook that I have, and under conferences I have my 3 notes. And specifically with my Web APIs note here, I just have some simple text and I've embedded a document in there to show you that our OneNote Publisher can actually pull out that Word document and have that available as well as the note. Now to use the OneNote Publisher, I have each of the notes and I can just click on them and drag them over to my export file. And so here I'll just grab a few of these. And once I have those in that export file, I can click the icon over here to be able to show the actual export window. Within this window, we have the export path, and so I'm actually just going to export this to a location on my local hard drive. It could be a server path if I want, but I'm just going to select which folder I want to export it to. I'll give a name to the index file, and now I can select the different types of data that I'd like to capture. And so I could capture the notebook name, the section name, title, date created, a file path, as well as a file type. If I don't like the order of these, maybe I've got a system that's very particular about the order, I can switch the order just by dragging and dropping the individual columns into the order that I'd like them to appear in the file. And so you can see I've moved the file type ahead of the file path, as well as I've moved the date created to now be my second item instead of the fourth item. Once I have this configured the way I want, I can just click the export button, and that'll begin the export process, where if I check my local files directory, I can see that it's exported all of the OneNote documents themselves as HTML files, and I can open that up and see that there's the content of the note, as well as it's also exported for me the individual index file. And so that index file is right over here, where now I can see the individual pieces of that index file. And I can see that it's moved the date created, as well as my file type to a different location, just as I indicated in the export window. And again, for individual Word documents or Excel, it exports those in the format that they were saved in. And so this Word document will open as a Word document. And in this case, this was just an on-base upgrade sheet that I had. But the important part is I'm not losing any of the content. I'm getting the content exactly as it's stored in OneNote. And so with that, I can open it up for any questions. Does anyone have any questions on the product or on the solutions it can provide?
Once the OneNote data is exported, is that available to import into any ECM system?
It is. And so if we look at the export directory again, what do I do with the export directory? I think I have to get out of here. If we look at that export directory, it's actually just that set of files. And so I could take this index file and use this index file to import into any other system. It doesn't have to be anything specific. I could even run external processes on that file if I need to change the formatting a little bit more, because perhaps that system requires a different format.
Perfect.
Anyone have any other questions?
No questions. It looks good. Looks pretty straightforward.
Okay. If there are any other questions, or if anything comes up for anyone that's in the audience there, you can always email us at the info@tsc-ecm.com, and we'd be happy to get you more information on this product and any other solutions we can provide you. Thank you greatly for your time today, and have a great rest of your day.
Great. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Victor.